Hi, I'm Eric with Mathews, and in this video we'll take a look at how to troubleshoot a burner that lights but goes out within the first couple of minutes. The fact that this burner lights tells us a couple of things. We know that we have enough starting gas pressure and that we're getting a good spark and our flame sense is working all right in the beginning. But there's some things we want to look at. If we're able to get this temperature right in the start, but it seems to drop over time, and maybe we're not ever able to get up to our plenum set point, we want to make sure we have enough gas going to the burner. If we take a look at our pressure gauge on this manifold, we expect to see some positive pressure being maintained on this gauge. It'll fluctuate depending on your fuel type and dryer type. If that pressure is dropping over time, that tells us that we're burning gas faster than we're bringing more gas into the manifold, and we want to look at our regulator. We may need to increase the pressure on the regulator so that more gas is coming through. Another sign that we'll have to do that is if this gauge is stuck at 0 pounds the entire time and never builds a back pressure. You also will want to make sure that you're getting enough gas coming to the regulator, enough gas feeding the machine. Another issue that may occur, if you notice that the burner is shutting down around the time you start additional burners, that's another sign that you may need to supply more gas to the machine. Another situation we want to look at is if you're able to get to your set point, but the burner shuts down a couple minutes after getting to set point. In this case, we'll want to look at our actuating valve. Here we can see a Honeywell actuator attached to a Maxon valve here. We can see that this is in the closed position based on the slot. When we start the burner, this will open, allowing gas to the burner, and as everything inside the plenum gets up to temperature, this will start to close off. We want to make sure that it's never getting completely shut, because this will allow no gas into the burner and we'll lose our flame. There's a set screw on the arm here. If you turn that set screw clockwise, it'll put a minimum opening so that when the valve tries to shut, it can't close completely. Depending on your software, you may also be able to put a minimum valve opening into the settings in the software. Another thing to look at, if you think that your burner is there but we're not detecting the flame, you'll want to make sure that your flame sense rod is low enough. As everything gets up to temperature, the flame will get smaller to maintain the same heat. When that flame gets smaller, it may be dropping beneath the flame sense probe, so you may need to lower that. So again, if you're not getting up to temperature, we'll want to make sure that we have enough gas coming through the regulator and that we're maintaining some positive pressure on this gauge. We also want to make sure that we're not ever closing our actuator completely and that we're detecting the flame. I hope this video has been helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.